Why is there a need for the Indian pharmaceutical market to expand its reach to newer markets? Why do we want to go?
See, we have over the last decade or so built up some extraordinary competitiveness in our pharma industry. As far as exports from India are concerned, pharma is what we call a winning sector, and the government is committed to back it to reach newer and newer markets. We are at present very strong in some of the regulated markets, like 50% of our exports are to US and EU. However, the number of emerging markets where policies are changing, or the opportunity is such that Indian pharma can successfully and profitably access those markets. Just to give you an example, Japan is a market where the policy is now to promote generics. Japan has been a very brand conscious market. They were mostly into patented drugs. But because of the pressure of finances due to the global downturn, the government has decided that it will increase the proportion of drugs, generic drugs, to about 35% in the short term. Now, this opens up a great generic opportunity for India, which is the home of generics. Similarly, China. Till recently, Chinese public health system was restricted to a few dozen cities. Under the new health policy, China is bringing the health system down to the rural areas. And this involves an expenditure of almost 20 billion on pharmaceutical products, mostly formulations which we are ideally catered to provide. So while we have the strengths and we will continue to service our regulated markets, number of opportunities in Japan, in China, in Southeast Asia and South America are opening up for our generic companies.
And so the second question, the world is looking at India, India and China in particular, but especially for the pharmaceutical market, what are the advantages that the Indian market has in the global pharmaceutical context?
See, India has a number of advantages which makes our pharma sector ideally equipped to compete worldwide. One, we have excellent resources of skilled manpower. As far as the science of chemistry is concerned, as well as the science of chemical engineering, we are very strong. So our scientists are able to design processes which provide bioequivalent product at a fraction of the cost. Simultaneously, our engineers are able to set up chemical engineering processes which save on the consumption of chemicals and reduce costs. Thus, this is the reason why Indian pharma is on an average able to supply pharmaceutical products almost at 50 to 60% of the international cost. The second thing is the variety that we offer. From infectious diseases to chronic ailments to lifestyle drugs to anti-ARVs to HIV to anti-cancer drugs, the entire gamut of drugs, and then there are vaccines. We are there in the entire range. 80% of vaccines and 90% of AIDS drugs come from India. So we have the products, we are competitive to supply them at a cheaper cost, and our quality is not second to any. This gives us a real competitive edge in most parts of the globe.